What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Hay Outpost, and ever since the Snyder Cut was announced, we have so many rumors about the DCEU and the future projects in the DCEU, and today is no different, but this one is pretty mind-blowing, and I think a lot of people would be on board for it. It involves Michael Keaton returning to play Batman. Talks are very early, but this could be huge. Let's take a look at it right here. Batman Returns. Michael Keaton in talks to play Bruce Wayne in the Flash movie exclusive. Now, this is from Humberto Gonzalez. Again, if you know Humberto, you know that he was one of the people who he told us for years that the Snyder Cut was never happening. Then he told us he's completely wrong, and one of the first people on top of the fact that the Snyder Cut was going to be announced, that we would get Zack Snyder's Justice League on HBO Max. This rumor obviously runs completely contrary to a rumor we covered a couple days ago about Jeffrey Dean Morgan possibly in talks to return to play Batman or Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint. Let's take a look and see what this says. That plot will introduce general audiences to the idea of the multiverse, one of the core concepts underpinning DC Comics. After nearly 30 years, Michael Keaton is in talks to return to the role of Batman to appear alongside Ezra Miller in Warner Brothers' upcoming movie, The Flash. Talks with Keaton are in very early stages, far from a sure thing, and could go either way. No details are currently available about how big or small the role would be. That plot would introduce general audiences to the idea of the multiverse, one of the core concepts underpinning DC Comics. For the non-fanboy set, the multiverse refers to a shifting number of alternate universes that coexist within the larger reality depicted in DC Comics. Originally created to explain various contradictory changes to the company's characters' experience over decades, it allows several versions of the same character to simultaneously exist and occasionally interact. For those of us who are hardcore comic book fans, especially DC fans, the concept of the multiverse is not something new. It's pretty essential, in fact, when you consider the history of DC Comics, and some of the biggest crossovers we've ever seen have involved the multiverse. Now, one of the reasons I think that this rumor could have a lot of validity to it is the fact that the director of the Flash movie told us, he said that this is going to be a different take on Flashpoint. In Flashpoint in the comics, if you've read that, you know that when Barry Allen goes back in time to try to save his mom, a lot of things happen. One of them being that instead of Bruce Wayne's parents getting killed, he is the one that gets killed in an alley, resulting in Thomas Wayne being distraught over his child's death, becoming Batman, a visceral, brutal, murdering Batman, and his mom, Martha, becoming Joker in that universe. When he says a different take, what that could mean is the fact that Batman is now, instead of being Thomas Wayne, it's just Bruce Wayne, but an older Bruce Wayne. Let's take a look and read further. Matt Reeves' upcoming The Batman will not be affected, and Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne is still viewed as the future of the franchise. And they go down further and they talk a little bit right here. But The Flash will disregard the latter two entries entirely and explore what Keaton's version of Batman has been since we last saw him. Loosely based on 2011 DC Comics event Flashpoint, the story sees Ezra Miller travel back in time to prevent the death of his mother. The result? Allen inadvertently creates another universe protected by Michael Keaton's Batman, now 30 years older. That would be a different take on Flashpoint, to be sure. So that'd be really interesting if this happens. And I wanted to go and talk a little bit about the seeds that have been planted already. You can see right here. DC has been planting seeds of the multiverse for the last several years, introduced in CW's Arrowverse franchise, along with Supergirl and Black Lightning, expressly established as being separate universes from Arrow, The Flash, and Legends of Tomorrow. But more recently, during the CW's crossover event, movies such as Wonder Woman and Justice League were confirmed to be part of the Arrowverse when Barry Allen encountered Ezra Miller. And we did a video on this channel when that happened. So it's clear that Ezra Miller's Flash does exist in different multiverses. So we know that they're going to try to do Flashpoint, a different take on Flashpoint. Could this be it? Could we see Michael Keaton don the cowl again and be Batman? That would be incredible. I think there'd be a lot of people interested in that. I did just want to say once again that it does run completely contrary to the rumors that we heard a few days ago that Jeffrey Dean Morgan might appear in The Flash as Flashpoint Batman. Maybe they're still working through these things. Maybe no one's quite sure what they're going to do yet. I've said it time and time again whenever I talk about the Flash movie. Ezra Miller, I did not like him as Barry Allen. However, maybe in Zack Snyder's Justice League, I'll get a different opinion of him, since we do know so much was changed with Barry Allen in that movie. We'll see what happens going forward. What do you guys think about this? Do you think there's any validity to this? What would you rather see? Would you rather see Michael Keaton, a Batman who is 30 years past the events that happened, when he played Batman? Or would you rather see Jeffrey Dean Morgan playing Thomas Wayne, a more traditional Flashpoint story? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.